video is in response to a sister having interaction with a family member that was coming to her, asking her for some money to pay a bill, but was a religious person attending the church, and the sister was asking that family member, had you already talked to the pastor, the congregation, members of the cloth at your church, the one that you pay your tithes and offerings to, about getting some help to pay a bill, since you've been real supportive to that organization, your religion, that church, that pastor, and helping them pay their bills. And I say that, first of all, let me make this disclaimer. I do not know the details of that family member's attendance, their regularity in paying tithes and offerings, whether that church has some type of relief fund set up for members during hard times. Not my business. But I will say, based on my experience, the answer, were you right or wrong, that depends on what relationship you have with that individual in your family. And does their religion change how you would help them? Honestly, my problem would be, okay, the Sunday before you were late on your bills, did you pay your tithes and offerings? If you did, but you didn't take care of your own personal responsibilities first, then your pastor is not teaching you correctly. He is not really supportive to the concept of God does for those who cannot do for themselves, but equally God will not do for us what we can do for ourselves. Because that's another part of that slogan that's being extracted, or not included within the concept of this God that grants gifts and what have you, which I do not ascribe to. But I do understand that some people think they got a God credit card. They just swipe it and God will just give them what they want because they prayed for it or they did something nice for somebody else. Whatever. I'm not here to debate that. I'm just saying that that's the perception and the conception that some individuals have regarding deity, and that piousness is actually one of selfishness and deceitfulness. It's one of manipulation, not respect of karma, because they doing for others, thinking that, this is how I gain favor with my creator, is if I do something nice for you, he gonna do something nice for me. So that concept is a loss of integrity. That concept is a loss of morality. That's what's missing. And morality don't need religion, but religion dang sure needs morality. That's doing the right thing for the right reason. That's all that is, simply. Now, anyway, God don't need money. The God that you ascribe to and worship, if that be your thing, there's nowhere in the Bible where he says, I need your money. It's not true. Non-profit organizations, whether it's self-help movements, churches, whatever, even though it says non-profit, it means that we're not doing things for the profit, such as the Fortune 500 corporations. Tax-exempt files have to be filled out because we're not ascribing to sell a merchandise for sole profit, but yet to pay for other. Aside with that is the churches need the money. The pastor needs the money because they got to still keep the lights on, the water on, the doors open, pay the individuals that are affiliated with such organizations that are non-profit, that are doing work such as like website building, um, travel, getting other pastors and people to choirs to come out and speak and sing for you at your church. That's where the money's going. And an individual that is taking their rent money or taking their bill money and investing it in that church is actually playing a different kind of lottery. It's called a spiritual lottery. That's where you are gambling what you need to be taking care of your responsibilities, and you're gambling it through piousness so that your money will be flipped in heaven and God will bless you with that which you could have paid for in the first place, and somebody's going to just give it to you. But that person that give it to you got to also be playing the lottery. Otherwise, they're not just going to give it to you free of charge. They're going to charge you something. If it's nothing else but holding you accountable, so to speak, for whatever else they need, they're coming back to you. That's just my opinion. What I've been seeing is the pastors using the pulpit for profit. And I call them false prophets. And there's too many of them going around. And they'll do whatever the end thing is just to secure the financial necessities that's needed in their church. In my opinion, secure the church remaining open and functioning and profitable. That family member evidently is using poor financial responsibility and management. It's just evident. And we don't need to always save people from poor decisions. Sometimes we step in the way of karma or mathematics running its natural course, and we're actually robbing that individual of an opportunity to see a mistake, see an error, to see a poor decision, and make the proper corrections so that it does not repeat itself in the future. Me personally, I would be like, I can help contribute if I have it, but honestly, your primary source should be where you put your finances in. In other words, whatever it is that you're taking care of and it's not your child should also be taking care of you. That's residuals, that's recompense, that's reciprocation, and the lack of which shows that there is a robbery, because fair exchange is no robbery. So if I'm doing all this support to something and it's not providing me anything but a bunch of spiritual high, then I might want to take a look at what's actually happening. I'm paying for entertainment. That's all that would be, is I'm paying for entertainment, opposed to I'm supporting something that has my best interest and the best interest of my household, the best interest of my people in mind. And I'm not laying that claim on that church or any church that they are not. But don't let me get honest. Matter of fact, we're going to be having some videos coming up where we will be addressing the rudiment principles of those institutions that have become religious now, because in their initial creation or supplanting, they weren't religions, they were ways of life, and somehow religion has gained the entitlement and definition of being a way of life, and I personally do not agree, but we'll get to that. And we'll also get into the etymology of the word religion and how it has changed over the years, and how even the churches and what they practice has changed over the years, and what they allow inside, what's permissible inside of a church, has now also changed. So we're gonna be getting into that on our YouTube channel. We're gonna be dealing with a lot of things, and we're gonna have some guests also present some lectures regarding this situation. My heart goes out to you, because that's a difficult thing to address the family member on when they don't even see anything wrong with what they doing. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can lead a person to the truth, but you can't make them think while it's still free. Peace.